Gemini.
Hello Gemini, this is your forecast for 2014, and I just love this time of the month where I get to share more time with all of you. And especially now this month, I'm super excited because we have a very, very special chart. We got 2 eclipses going on, and that is going to hold a lot of energy for you. So let's just start with where the Sun and Venus is going to be moving this month, because that's going to be a dynamic focus for you. It's going to be a great month as far as self-expression, joy, and creative projects for you. So it's more like taking time off from all of the things that you've been doing and focusing a little bit more now on doing the things that you would like to do, not necessarily what you need to do. Okay, so I see you kind of sidestepping a little bit, giving more time and focus perhaps to your children. It's also this area of children, which is highlight, and also love. And for those of you single, it is a great time to meet new partners here this month, especially because the Sun and Venus here, they're going to be tying into a kite formation. So it's going to be powered up from a lot of beautiful aspects this month. Now, if you're thinking of starting any new business, great time for it. The 5th house is all about self-expression and creative projects. So it's not necessarily the career where you're working for others. This would be for you if you're starting up something on your own, or converting, say, for example, a hobby into a money-making business would be very, very good for it. Now, they're both going through the sign of Libra, and Libra is all about balance and it's harmony. It's finding that inner sense of joy and balance and rebalancing out all the work stresses that you've been having. Mercury here is starting off on the month. It is just moving into Scorpio, so you're going to be seeing that the way you communicate, or others will be communicating with you too, might just be a little bit more prone to an in-depth way of sharing. Maybe also with that Scorpion sense of humor. There's a little edge to it, and also I'm seeing how you're going to really be looking at your daily routines, what works and what doesn't work, and communicating this perhaps to family members and whatnot, that let's get organized. Okay, this area is all about streamlining things so that your days and weeks ahead, months even, can become a little bit more streamlined as well. So it's time to clear out the clutter in your closets and the garages, whatnot. You have the new moon here in this area as well. And as you know, the new moon is always where we place our intentions. But this new moon on the 23rd is a partial solar eclipse. So it's going to give this moon the power of 3 new moons all in one. So you'll just come to see here how deeply you're going to feel about certain things, and what is good is great. You're going to feel that. What is not as good, well, you'll feel that too with that Scorpion energy. Now you have Saturn too in this area. So a lot of you Geminis, you've been working for the last 2 years on trying to turn something over, to turn a corner, a new balance, a new scope. And right now, the new moon, this eclipse, is going to help you finalize. This is speeding up now from October to Saturn moves out in December. So you're going to see how this is really going to initiate the breakthrough. And I like to call it that because some people, maybe some astrologers will call it a breakdown. I'd like to call it a breakthrough. Why? Because in order to break through, we have to leave something behind, right? Whether it's our shell, it's that butterfly coming out of the pupae. So right now I'm seeing that you've been thinking, strategizing, working for a long time, but now you're going to see action, all right? And when something is action prone for you, I know you like it because you like, movement, You'll see movement this month, trust me. Especially also in the area of your relationships, especially those committed relationships that you have, whether with your spouse or it could be somebody you work very closely with. It's that 7th house area, how you relate one-on-one. Mars is here, so you're going to be quite active and very pinpointed, ambitious too. So you're definitely going to be able to bring your point across of what is important to you and where your goals and your targets lay, you know, on those far-reached horizons. And you're going to get a lot of support this month too from those who are listening, for those closely around you, because this Mars is beautifully flanked into a golden trine. Now Jupiter is one planet here that's going to be expanding Mars's target. And then on the other hand, you've got Uranus. Uranus will come with unexpected twists and turns, coming from the area from hopes and dreams, but also friendships. I'd like to add also maybe groups and organizations can have a role in this. But from that area, something might very unexpectedly come to you. And I'd like to say the date for that, which you want to circle in on your calendar, is October 8th. This is when we will have the total lunar eclipse. You go out and look at it. It's going to be beautiful, big, and red, blood red. And it's also known as a harvest moon. So you're going to be harvesting from this area, and it's coming from either friends or groups, or your own hopes and dreams, or also here with Jupiter in the 3rd house of communication and travel. If you're traveling here on this date, well, you know, lo and behold, there could be happy surprises, coincidences, people you might bump into that can turn out to be blessings in disguise, angels in disguise, that kind of thing. Now, men in your life might be very supportive and can come to behoove you in more ways than one because of the way the planets are lined up here. Now, not only do we have a trine, but we also have an aspect called a kite here. And the kite is, the top of the kite, you've got Sun and Venus, which is the essence of you, Venus, which is love, and the either side are Jupiter and Mars. So they're kind of lifting this kite as you're ascending, but no kite can fly without a tail. Now the tail is that lunar eclipse and Uranus. So meaning that this kite might not just fly, but it may take off at rocket speed due to an unexpected event. All right, that's the conjunction between this blood red moon and Uranus. It's exciting though, and I'm seeing here how you may be making some choices, important choices, here top of the month before the eclipse takes place. That's on the 4th. So it could be in money matters, or also it could be in love matters. Venus is involved here with Pluto. This square is all about how you share your resources, and also the 5th house, which has to do with creative projects. So it might be investments versus a project that you're working on, finding the money or the funding for it. It could also be children needing something more as far as some physical items and some expenses going out there. Then on the 5th through the 7th, well, I'm seeing that you're going to find the way and the solution and your decision. So if you're kind of a little bit between a rock and a hard place on the 4th, don't act, just wait. You'll find it on the 5th, exactly how to go. Intuition is going to kick in. Intuition is very strong this month. There's a lot of good psychic energy and also psychic healing energy due to all the Scorpion energy we're going to be getting here from both Mercury, Venus later on in the month, and also this new moon with the eclipse in here. So it's all about intuition. Listen to it, because why? You have such a beautiful mid-month, all the way from the 14th straight through to the 21st. There's just bliss. just heaven. All your personal planets are in great shape. They're all doing the dance together. There's this huge party of expansion, and this is coming here for you in the areas of love and romance and creativity, self-expression. Jupiter expanding this area for you, and Mars kicking in, giving you the energy, the oomph, the drive, the goals, and communication. Mercury coming in and touching upon both Venus and Mars here, and Jupiter, where all the personal planets are being expressed, felt, acted upon, with no clouds in the sky. There's no brakes on to stop. It's just like everything is so smooth, and the people you may come to meet here this month, well, I might have said it here, or I said so on the previous video, but it's like angels in disguise may knock on your door. Okay, so you know, you people that you're meeting right now may really become either like new friends or people that could behoove you, or you may act as such for somebody else. So 14th to 20th, it's a great time. On the 23rd, we have that solar eclipse where the sun is moving into Scorpio and meeting up with the moon here on the 23rd. That kicks us off. Now, we've already had the full moon, but here on this solar eclipse, it's also going to be conjunct Venus, which is love. For you, this is going to be in the area of the 6th house. Like I said, it's an area right now where you're going to clean out a lot of clutter, garage, closets, whatnot, and you won't really find it that hard to do as at other times, perhaps, because it's just like a chore. But when Venus is here, you're going to find the joy of doing it because you're beautifying your space. Even if it's a garage, you'll go out there afterwards and go, whoa, look at my beautiful garage. So you won't have the sense of the feeling of chores. This whole thing about beauty and love and harmony is also now here with Venus and Neptune. That's our inner self, our higher self. It's that inner heart. And Neptune for you, being in Pisces, it's you looking at where you're reaching for. 10th house isn't always just career. That's one aspect of it. But that midheaven is where we're reaching through our consciousness, you know, through our higher selves to connect with the cosmic universe. So it's more like you having a lot of epiphanies, a lot of pay attention to all the synchronicities that are happening, deja vus and so forth, because it is very aligned for you here in October. So listen here, Gemini, great month for you. You will find a lot of freedom and also enlightenment, two keywords that are quite important, because whatever has been holding you back, you will see you are going to spring free from it. The ball and chain is gone. You are expressing yourself in groups of people in a way that you haven't been before. You might have wanted to, you might have been longing to be given a certain opportunity to speak. In that case, you might have a super opportunity this month to speak and share your knowledge, and it can be fantastic. Pay attention there. Around the 8th, this is around that full moon. And so, yeah, that, and then of course the new moon this month holds a lot of power. Venus, love, holds a lot of power because Venus is conjunct this new moon. So come back and listen in October if you're listening earlier. Why? Well, because there's so much going on, and plus you're still holding the energy here of September. And do listen to your moon sign, which is your emotional chart. What I'm reading right now is your solar chart. That's you, the essence of you. The moon chart is more your emotional chart, as the rising sign also shows how you're going to be expressing this energy and their placements out to the world. So I will see you next month, Gemini. As always, it's wonderful to share this time with you. So take care and have fun with this. Have a wonderful October. Bye now.